Well, hi, it's Mike Woods here and welcome to our latest refurbishment project. So what I'm going to be doing here is we've decided this lovely cottage we're going to restore completely, get it really nice and modern. It's in a fantastic position. If I just turn the camera around here, we've got some fantastic mountain views here, so a lovely aspect. There's a new build bungalow here and we're accessed off a private drive, but we also have access to the rear. So if I take you around the corner, I'll show you what we're going to be doing. Just as a matter of interest for you guys, this house was the original house off this area, and there's a right of easement along here for access to this garage here. But what we're going to be doing is as we've managed to get planning permission on the land aside, we're going to be coming in through the rear earth, which is through here. We're just creating some space now for our access for our skip tomorrow. So I'm going to take you inside and show you what's been going on. So just bear with me a second. I'll just take the camera through as I normally do. So the boys have already started this morning. So we're doing a little bit of a clearance here. We've got some asbestos. We're putting that aside carefully. We'll bag that up so that that can go away to the specialist. So I'm going to bring you into this conservatory. Oh, sorry, let me just take you outside. So we've got this conservatory here, which brings us into the rear of the property. We've got a new extension construction here. And if I take you inside, we've got a downstairs loo, which is at this level, into what I think's happened here is at some point they've needed a bedroom above, and of course if you want a bedroom you've got to build something down below. So I think they've used this as a sort of sitting room, but I'm going to make this the kitchen because the kitchen is through here, and as you can see there's not a lot to it. So I'm going to make this space here behind me the kitchen. I take you into the front room, and this is what we call a 2 up 2 down. Now, this is going to be a bit of a shock here for you guys, and it's a surprise for me as well. And as many of these jobs I've done, and I've done, I've lost count of the amount of refurbishment projects I've done. When we came into this property, before we bought it, it was, again, here's the sort of decorative condition. So if you can imagine, we came in and it was all papered in this anaglypta type paper. And the same as this wall here. Now this morning, my guy John has come in and he's just gone to rip the carpets up. But of course the carpets were sort of tight to the wall, and he effortlessly has pulled all this material off the wall. So it's all here on the floor, and here's the thing, we knew there was going to be some damp in the corner. We've got a damp proof meter and we've measured and we know we've got damp. And that's not a surprise for us, so that's not a problem. But here's amazingly what they've done. They had tacked onto the wall, and just bear with me here, they tacked onto the wall this, what I call terrain. This is the type of stuff that you would, maybe get out of the light for you. This is the stuff you'd lay on the garden where you wanted to put some chippings down to stop the weeds coming through. So this has not got any waterproofing qualities whatsoever. It is literally like a terrain. You can see straight through it. But they'd battened this to the wall with these timber battens. Just a second, here you go. With these timber battens, they battened it onto the wall with these, and then they'd gone over the top of it with some plasterboard, some normal plasterboard, and papered it. This is just that normal wallpaper that matches, and it's plasterboard. So when we've just peeled it off the wall effortlessly, we've ended up with this very damp wall. I'm going to take you a bit closer to show you what's going on here. This wall is saturated. It is absolutely soaking. If I take you to this plaster here, you can see it's just literally soaking wet. Absolutely soaking wet. So we knew we had a problem. We'd identified just very much from this dampness here that we have a problem where there's water ingress from the roof where the flat roof meets the pitched roof. So we knew about that, but what we weren't expecting is this sort of amateurish lining going on, which has literally just fallen off the walls. So the plan here is I'm going to give you an idea of the layout, firstly, before I go too far, the front door is in the centre, and there's these stairs going up here quite steeply, and there's another room the other side. In fact, this area here was a doorway. So these stairs are too steep for modern day, and we've got this sort of odd arrangement of landing here. So what I've done in the past, and what I'm going to do on this project, is I'm going to make a hole in the ceiling right the way along there. I'm going to create a new stair void, and from this corner, let me just give you some more of an angle on the camera. From this corner, I'm going to put the stairs up this way. So I'm going to make this an open plan stairs in this living room. Therefore, this partition here, where the stairs is, this is going to go. This wall here is going to go. So we're going to make this whole ground floor one large room. I'm going to take you through to next door. So I've just come through from that room, and there's the other front room as well. And again, if I just show you the decorative order of this property, on the face of it, not too bad. But there's some dampness down here, it's plain to see. And we've got some dampness down here that's plain to see. Now, this dampness was no shock to me. I was perfectly aware of what was going on. You know, this type of stuff here we could see when we bought the property. So it's not a surprise at all when this happens. So not a surprise, we knew what was going to be in store for us. And it's going to be a case that we're going to hack everything off now. I thought we might be able to get away with not hacking it all off, because those of you who've seen my earlier videos will know that where you hack off the plaster on an external wall, building regulations under document L1 requires that we thermally improve a wall where the plaster gets knocked off, whether it's internally or externally. So that's what we're going to have to be doing here. But that's not a problem anyway, because if we're going to be refurbishing a property top to bottom, it makes sense to make a very good job of it all. So we'll be, you know, nicely thermally improved. And we're going to also improve the central heating here. Just above the front door as normal is the old electrics, when we see that straight away. So when we know, and we see these old boards, as I've said in many of my trainings, once we see that, we're going to need to change it all. So take it upstairs. This is what we have. We generally call a 2 up, 2 down. So when we come upstairs, to the left is the main bedroom. And then when we come to this way into the second bedroom, and if I just turn the camera around for you, bear with me. Just up these small flight of stairs, we've got a third bedroom, which is a decent size, and there we have the bathroom. Now, not a huge bathroom, but it works. All this is going to be changed, and we'll put a nice new bathroom suite in. So if you watch the future videos, you'll see what we're doing. Now, if I show you, these stairs are so steep, as I just mentioned, this is all going to be going. We'll be taking this partition out here because it literally is just boarding. There's nothing to this partition whatsoever. So this will all be coming out. We'll have a new partition across here for the stairs coming up. And then when we land here on this landing, we'll then turn right into the bedroom this way. So this bedroom will be this much narrower, sort of a 3 foot narrower. We'll then bring that window into the wall as well, into the bedroom. So we'll have 2 windows to this bedroom. So when we gain the 3 foot there, we just lose the 3 foot from here, if that makes sense. So there you go. This is, where are we? So it's midday, day 1, Monday. Boys have been in just this morning, started stripping out, taken the carpets up so we can see what we've got. We know we've got this dampness here. Now, strangely, remember downstairs, below this wall is that very, very damp wall. And we know the problem is up here in the ceiling. So no surprises when we take these boards off, we know we're going to have the same thing downstairs. Again, no surprises. But it's surprising when you walk into a property and you see sort of reasonably well decorated room, what's behind there, and you need to know about this stuff. One of the things that I insist on in the trainings that I do is what I call LQD. If you're going to buy a property, it's got to be in a good location, it's got to be of good quality, and of course it's got to be an area of demand if you're renting or selling. And what shocks me and surprises me, that there are property trainers out there who do not know about quality of building. And they just talk about yield. They talk about, even the rent-to-renters just look at, you know, how much you can rent a property for, how much then you can sublet it out for. But I know you're not going to be dealing with a property as bad as this, but, you know, for God's sake, guys, you need to understand what's involved with the asset that you're running, buying, selling, or renting. You need to understand buildings. It shocks me when people just look at property by way of yield and think it's all about cash flow and and making money, and it's not, because you could lose a fortune if you don't know what you're looking for. So I'll leave you with that thought for a minute. I'll be preparing more videos of this project as we go along, and I'll catch up with you soon. But nice to be able to share this with you. In the next video, I'll be showing you what we're going to be doing next door. As I mentioned when I started, we have a plot next door. I've already submitted a plan for a small 2-bedroom bungalow, and we'll be clearing the site. So that'll be a sort of spin-off version of this video where we've got a property with a plot. So all the very best, and speak